Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of May 2023. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Well, let's see, Cancer. Bam. All right, the overall energy for the reading. This is a very open reading. It's the Fool you got going on there. Quite, like taking risks and just kind of jumping into anything, kind of an energy that looks good. But let's see, starting off the reading, the Seven of Swords crossed by the World card. You're in a process of closing off a cycle. Whatever that means, your focus here. The Eight of Cups, again, emotional detachment. Something's happening here where you're detaching yourself from something or someone. In the recent past, there's love showing up here, or at least good intentions. In your strength, the High Priestess, your intuition is in tune. I feel like it's your connection to your intuition is increasing there through that. In the immediate future, the Nine of Pentacles, a sense of stability, singlehood, possibly independence here. Supporting this reading, the Devil energy. Something unhealthy is at play, but I feel like that's possibly what you're detaching yourself from. Interesting. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're lacking a little bit in finding the stability in your life. There's got to be something, the smallest little thing. I feel like you're lacking in identifying that, finding what's working for you, what's stable for you, and things like that. If you are recognizing that, there's a little bit of not giving it credit. There's a little bit of that, or not giving yourself enough credit, for what you actually accomplished, what you actually have as something stable. In your hopes and fears, the Queen of Pentacles, self-care is coming through big time for you. And for the potential outcome, the Nine of Swords, there's a little bit of worries here, a little bit of stressing out about the situation, which, yep, understandable. But let's clarify. Let me see the Fool. The Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords. You're lacking trust, and I saw this here, and I'm seeing that again. You're lacking trust in yourself, in your choices, in whatever this process is. Overall, as a, bigger picture kind of an energy, what I'm seeing happening here is you're trying to leave behind something that's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. And yeah, you're going to have doubts. You're going to have all sorts of things along the way through this process. It's not going to be, as easy as it shows up in a couple of cards here. But it's that time where you should start giving yourself more credit, through this, and trusting yourself in your choices, and your movements through this. Your energy shows up, hell yeah, I'm doing it. On the surface, on the physical level, you're showing up as not really trusting yourself in this much. Let's do the Seven of Swords. The Magician, the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. Yep. Pretty determined here to walk away from something too. And once you decide, that's when the movement actually starts, even if physically you didn't start the process. Yeah, manifesting your way out of something. And it feels good just thinking about it here, Let's do the World card. The Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Tower. All right. You're working on it. I feel like you've got challenges along the way. Maybe that's where doubt comes in, because I don't feel like this is an easy one. Just, you wake up one day and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just leave this part of my life and everything's going to be okay. Maybe whoever you're dealing with in the situation doesn't agree with you, just, picking up and going. Maybe they're giving you a hard time, because I do see there's some conflict surrounding you through this. And it's not looking pretty at all. Not at all. So with that Seven of Pentacles, there's kind of like, it's a process. I'm working through it, Let's do the Eight of Cups in your focus. For the Eight of Cups, you get the Three of Swords, the Strength card, the Lovers. I mean, man, this is not easy. In the first round of cards, it's like, yippee-ki-yay, we're out of here. Everything's fine, In terms of energetically, that's how things are showing up. That doesn't mean that physically, where the energies kind of come down, you take it as that, and you're showing me quite the opposite. In terms of, it's not as easy as it looks. Pretty hard. Pretty hard, because this at some point was, it probably still is, but it was something quite meaningful for you at some point in time, What it became, what happened, I don't know. I just see something not great in there. And it's like, I feel like you're deciding to, that's it. That's my limit. I gotta get the hell out of Dodge. Very painful process. A lot of it because of the fact that this was very significant at some point, and I guess it still is in some ways. So let's do the High Priestess. Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Fool. Yeah, working on that intuition of yours. Connecting with what's going on inside of you, because as I said, at an energetic level, the energies are straight up. I'm going, I'm taking a chance here. I don't give a, I'm going, I'm doing this. And again, in the physical, a lot of what's happening is that the mind is trying to take control. And the mind, especially through a process like this of loss, it's going to come in with fear, insecurities, doubts, all sorts of things are going to pop up that are going to make you question pretty much everything, including your intuition. The more you keep your heart open through this process and stay connected to yourself, you're going to know what to do, There's a flow to this, and if you catch that wave, you're good to go, you're golden. The mind is not going to let you, is going to try to interfere. Let's do the Nine of Pentacles in the immediate future. The Three of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Moon. Yeah, secretly there, you are showing me an energy of, it'll just be easier if I just go back to this and just drop this whole nonsense of walking away from it. I don't know, would it? You wouldn't have to deal with this crap, but what if you deal with another kind of crap? A never-ending kind of crap. At least this one, okay, you're going through it. It's going to be tough as fuck, but it's going to go away. Once you step back into your power, you're golden. Then you have your own choices to make up your own life in whichever way you want. Over there, I don't know, do you have those options? You know what I mean? So it's almost looking like a little bit of a relapse. And a lot of the time, that's how we convince ourselves, going back to something that's not good for us. It's like, but it's easier than leaving it. Who says? And I think it's the mind, again, trying to mess with you in their mind. The mind doesn't like change. That's the only thing. It thinks it's protecting you by not allowing you to change things around. But ultimately, you got to do what's best for you. And that includes feeling what's best for you. Let's do the Devil. For the supportive energies, the Star, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, this is a tough one. I feel like this is a time where you might prove to yourself the ways in which you didn't put yourself first. Because this is becoming a challenge in terms of what's happening here is a decision based on you putting yourself first. And I feel like maybe it's the first time because you're looking back at this energy and you're like, yeah, I thought I was doing that, but I wasn't really doing that. Because it's quite unhealthy. what you're showing me here. Oh, I put myself first all the time. Yeah, but if they needed something, yeah, whatever about me, you know, whatever they needed. What about you? Do you agree with what they need and doing that? And, you know, do you do it for you, or do you do it only for them? Well, only for them, but for me too. You know? So quite an unhealthy way to put yourself first here. You know, I don't know what the situation is here. I have no idea. But I feel like it's your own personal struggle through this process, you know, where the decision is to walk away from something that's not good for you. So let's do the King of Pentacles and the hidden energies, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, there's also the fear that you may miss out on something if you do leave. It's one of those things where, and these situations suck because they make it even harder. The situation in itself is hard enough. The experience in itself is hard enough. And then, just when you get ready to open that door and just get the hell out of Dodge, they show up as the, you know, the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, look how I've changed. And everything changed. And everything is, I mean, you're really gonna leave this? Or, you know, it's showing up as, am I making a mistake? Because this looks good right now, you know? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Again, you get to determine. Is this good, or is this good because you're leaving? You know? Let's do the Queen of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor. You're taking the role of taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. And I feel like it's maybe the first time ever you're actually doing it and feeling that energy of taking care of yourself, you know, in all aspects possible. And you've got all the tools to do it here. You know, you just got to step into that. Let's do the Nine of Swords for the potential outcome. The Seven of Cups, the Sun, the Two of Swords. Yeah, I mean, this is the final step of, you know, that energy of moving on, opens up, you ride that wave, and you go into that sunset, basically, you know? And it looks to be carrying happiness too as you do that. Just expect... So I see you going eventually, you know, kind of following that path of, okay, I'm going, here I go. Just expect challenges along the way. It's not going to be easy. You know, it already isn't. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be as hard as it is when you start to make the steps, you know, the beginning part of it, but it's still going to be challenging along the way. You might have some relapses, some, let's go back, it's easier, you know, things like that might show up. Confusion, lots of confusion. Of feeling stuck at times, you know, just when you feel you have that momentum and everything's moving, everything's stopping all of a sudden. So there's going to be all sorts of things. Just think of it as your mind trying to interfere, to stop you, to not make any changes there, you know, and at that time, if you can, like, be aware of that, start connecting more to your heart. So yeah, let's see what the universe has. The Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of openness and willingness to take action here on your part. You know, to make up your mind about something and just do that. Whichever way it goes, you know. But again, there's lots of emphasis on putting yourself first this time around, you know. Not like you did in the past there, where it's showing up quite unhealthy the way you did it. Where it's putting everybody else first but me, because, you know, that's how I love myself. But yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on that. So, you know, with each step you take through this journey, whether you go back, whether you go forward, whichever way you're gonna know. put yourself first. You know, that's your homework assignment. Let's do the shaman's dream. The wall, obstacles. I did mention that, didn't I? Okay. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant to be for you. Perhaps it's because all you desire and have set in motion needs time to coalesce into form on the other side. Could it be that all the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all? I can't see. Patience is required now, and the wisdom that this might. Patience is required now, and the wisdom that this might be a great time to take a break and contemplate gratitude. I don't understand. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. So it's not going to be blocked from you. You'll get it. You might have obstacles and feeling stuck, but you know, sometimes, yeah, the energies are not ready, even if we are physically, which, you know, a lot of the times it doesn't happen, but sometimes they don't coincide with our actions. So anyways, I trust you. You're going to be fine in this. You're going to be fine. It's just, you know, you need a lot of patience and just being gentle with yourself there, you know, self-love, putting yourself first. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.